Yo, what is going on, guys? J.Yumeko here, and today we're here with If My Heart Had Wings. This is a fairly popular game on Steam. I kept seeing it whenever I was looking for new games to play. I kept seeing it pop up, and eventually I just decided to pull the trigger on it. So here we are. Before we go ahead and start this off, I do want to let you guys know that we did just put out the first video of a new series just a couple days ago for Tomboys Need Love 2. That'd be awesome if you guys could go check out that video and show some love on it. It's shaping up to be a pretty fun game, so I'd highly recommend that. That'd be awesome. If to support me, you could go ahead and hit the subscribe button and tell me in the comment section below what you'd like to see, me play next. I'd really love to get some game suggestions from you guys. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into it. All right. All I know is that we get into a bike accident or something like that. Oh, there we go. Bike accident. The bicycle race is known as a really harsh sport. The hill climb in the middle is hell too. While putting strain on every muscle in your body, you have to continue pedaling without any brakes to climb a steep hill. At that time, I always think, I can't do this anymore. I'll make this race my last. Even though I think that every time, in the end, I still take part in the next race. I've endured severe training so that I don't put my feet down halfway through the climb. Why do I do that? Because once I finish the hill climb, I'm waiting for my reward. Oh. Nothing compares to the feeling of cutting through the wind as I race down the downhill section at blistering speed. At that moment, I feel an incredible rush. Then, I realize that I've forgotten about everything. The pain of the hill climb, the strain on every muscle in my body, and the days of hard practice. It's not a matter of whether I win or lose the race. I just enjoy it, and that's why I continue to ride. That's how it should have been. I still didn't have much life experience at that time, and it was something beyond my imagination. Suddenly, without warning, something was taken from me. I could also say shut away or lost. However, to directly express the emotion I felt at that time, taken is the word that fits best. So, there was one thing I learned. Life isn't all about having fun. I gained a lesson in life. The thing I lost was everything. I let myself get depressed about this, but I should have thought about it a little more. If something could be taken from me so abruptly, then something could be given to me just as suddenly. Wise words. The wind blew. A gentle but strong wind. It would not be unreasonable to call it an encounter. What this could be the start of, even now, there's still no way for me to know. Oh, damn. This is some quality ass shit. The windmill is turning. People are overwhelmed just because of the size of such enormous things. This unnatural silhouette serves a function, but to those who don't know what that is, it would appear to be something very bizarre. Don't they cause, like, crazy noise pollution? That is a whole energy field. With so many lined up like this, it could be said that it could be said to be even more overwhelming. But why is that? The sight of the white windmills lined up on the green hills somehow seems so picturesque. Is this us? I have no idea. This is amazing. To think something like this could be made. I don't know if we're a girl or a guy. I should have done more research on this. At the very least, 5 years ago, there was nothing here. Just a wide open space. I heard that they were going to build a large-scale renewable energy facility. The cell phone in my pocket vibrated to tell me I'd received a text. It's from Anchan. To Aoi. Did you arrive here already? Sorry I couldn't come meet you. My name is written using a Chinese character as Aoi. It's a difficult character and is often mistaken for Midori. Incidentally, whether it is Aoi or Midori, it's often mistaken for a girl's name, which causes a few problems. Okay, so we are a guy. I was about to say, Aoi is a very feminine name. I'll quickly write a reply. I hardly ever use text, so I find the key touch awkward to use. I got here a little too early, so I'm just going for a stroll. The windmills are amazing. Okay, send. The reply came quickly. They're great, aren't they? It's the new famous spot of Kazagura. If you have any problems, contact me at any time. Anchan. Thank you, Anchan. As I sent the text, I sat down on the grass. This music is loud as fuck. No. We're not doing that. Hold on, let me turn down this fucking music. Damn, dude, I got my shit at 4. So loud. This place is on the hillside, so from there I was able to gaze at the lake and the town that stretches across the opposite bank. The rapid development of the town of Kazagura, I guess that's how it would be pronounced, meant that the remnants of the old buildings from the Showa era are intermingled with the modern architecture. The view expresses both the past and the future at the same time. Something white flitted across my field of vision. For a moment it looked like one of the windmill blades had come flying off, but there's no way that could happen. Is it a paper airplane? I got up and headed down the slope to look for it. The paper airplane, gliding gently, eventually lost its momentum and descended. Gotcha! I ran ahead of it, did a small jump, and caught it in midair. Where did this come flying from? Judging by direction, it had come from the top of the hill. At a time and place like this, could there be someone here besides me? I took the paper airplane with me as I climbed up the slope. Just as I was about to see the top, there she goes, she gone. A sudden gust of strong wind blew the paper airplane out of my hand. Hey, wait! I chased after the paper airplane and ran up the slope. Title card. First contact. Watch a cutscene for the first time. Then, just as I finally caught it, oh my god! There was someone on top of the hill. It was a girl sitting in a wheelchair. That's a wheelchair? Alright. That is one high-tech ass wheelchair. Looking fleetingly into the distant sky, a sudden breeze blew her hair and she combed it back with her fingers. Against the background of the blue sky and windmills that spread across my view, the girl's black hair and white blouse looked incredible. It was as if I was looking at a completed work of art. Alright, damn, smooth talker. The girl noticed me. At first, I thought I should make an excuse for why I was there. It was like I'd stepped into her world without permission, and I started to feel guilty. She's not saying anything. Some guy had just suddenly appeared, so perhaps she's being cautious. To show her the reason why I'd come here, I held out the paper airplane. Did you throw this? Oh. The moment she saw it, her facial expression stiffened. She looks like she's welling up. Suddenly, the tears appeared in those delicate eyes. Huh? What? The tears that had welled up in the corners of her eyes came running straight down. Yeah, I guess it did. As I watched, great big tears came rolling down her cheeks. Hey! Without thinking, I walked up beside her. What's wrong? Do you hurt somewhere? As she shook her head, she touched the hand that I had unconsciously held out as if she were clinging to it. Her hand was small and trembling. Ooh, let's see here. Okay, well, while I get back to this, I was wanting to leave the audio on. But unfortunately, it seems as though I can't put it into English, and part of my whole reason for even doing the voiceovers in the first place is so that you don't have to be like watching the video physically. So, excuse me. So I'll go ahead and just do it all myself. Okay. It's okay now. I didn't even know what the situation was. As I answered, however, I squeezed her hand back. There we go. Okay. We're back on track. Chicken? Quack, quack! Peck, peck, peck. Ow! Ouch! Before I knew it, there was something like a chicken at my feet, and all of a sudden it started pecking me. Gah, gah, gah! Peck, peck, peck. Ow, that hurts! What is this thing? Stop! Stop that hat! Hat, as it was called, calmed down at her command. Quack! Is it a duck? With a yellow beak and white feathers, it was a duck that looked like a chicken. For some reason, it was wearing a hat. I'm sorry, it's because I was crying. It seems like he mistakenly thought that you made me cry. Ah. So this is how surprising it is to be suddenly attacked by an animal. However, thanks to that, it looked like she had stopped crying. Is the towel okay? I don't carry a handkerchief around with me. As I said that, without waiting for her to reply, I took a hand towel out of my bag. Of course, it had been washed, so it was clean. Thank you. Well, why were you crying? If it hurts somewhere... That's not it. As she answered, she pointed to one of the wheels of her wheelchair. It had lost its air and had collapsed. You got a flat tire? Because of that, I've been stuck here. I've been here for an hour already. That's a terrible thing to happen. Just as a mere flat tire, for her is like... Just a mere flat tire, for her is like having her legs taken away. Don't you have a cell phone? I left it in my room. She answered, dismayed. That's why I thought of another way to call for help. That way, if there's someone who can get my SOS and come here for me. SOS? Oh, this? I opened up the paper airplane that I'd seen that I still had in my hand. I'm in trouble. Someone help me. I'm on Windmill Hill. So when someone arrived carrying the paper airplane, she felt relieved and started to cry? Now she was fine, but until just now she was shaking. That must have been how scared she was. Hold on a moment. The bag at my feet rustled as I rummaged around inside it. When she saw the tools that I'd taken out, she seemed confused. Oh shit. Would it be okay for you to get out for a moment? Why? I'm gonna fix it. You can't go anywhere if you have a flat tire, can you? Well, yes, but, would you be able to give me a hand? Of course. Getting out of the wheelchair is not easy for her. What should I do? For a moment, the methods I'd seen on TV, the care workers do it by embracing them from the front. We both looked as though we'd imagined that situation and froze. I think I'll do it myself. Excuse me a moment. Huh? As I put my arms around her sides to her back, I suddenly lifted her up. Whoa, she's so light. Because she was much lighter than I expected, there's a bit too much momentum. Hup. Before she could grasp the situation, I put her down on the soft grass. Blushing. Oh. I'll have it done soon, so hold on a moment. Sure. They're made in the same way as bicycle tires. I immediately started on the repairs. She's behind me, so I can't see her expression, but I had a feeling I was being stared at with contempt. As I was quietly working, the duck was waddling around me and pecking at the soil. Is this duck your pet? No, he isn't. We're housemates. Housemates? I thought I'd go outside and he started to follow me. Hat, don't go too far. You'll get left behind. Quack! Did ducks recognize their own names? When he's called, he responds by turning around. Hey, he's pretty smart. Yes, he is. That's why he's so much trouble. He's always getting into mischief. As I looked at the duck, I saw her legs laid out on the grass in my field of vision. So she can't move them? There are a number of reasons why people need to use a wheelchair, but it looks like she had a disability in her legs. When I picked her up just now, her body stiffened up with surprise, but there's no strength at all in her legs. The duck returned from his little excursion. While walking around her, he would occasionally try to jump onto her lap. Get off of me! She said as she made him get down again. As I watched this exchange from the corner of my eye, I fixed the flat tire. The boys are great, aren't they? They always walk around with those kinds of tools. That's not really the case, though. I sometimes carry them with me. This is the first time I've sat on the grass in ages. It's soft and feels nice. As she said that, she made a little sound as she stretched. This is a nice place, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I can see it from my window. I wanted to come here just once. The wind blows through here. 5 years ago, there were no windmills, though. 5 years ago? I've just come back to this town. Oh, really? She directed her gaze at something far away. So you've come back to your hometown? Yeah. She suddenly looked down and seemed lonely, and strangely sad. There was an awkward silence as I continued working. Quack! The duck twisted its neck to look up at the sky. What is it, Hat? She's tempted to look up too. I wonder what that is. What's that? Something's flying. There was something floating in the air. It was crossing the lake and gradually getting closer. What kind of... I guess it's a glider? At first I thought that it was a paper airplane that she had thrown coming back to us. But it wasn't. It crossed the lake and eventually reached the air above the small hill where we were. An airplane? It's not paper. It's a real plane. But what is this? Its silhouette is much thinner than any plane I know, and the wings are really big. It's a glider. No doubt about it. That's a glider. A glider? I repeated the name as if to confirm it, and then looked at the sky once more. With its big white wings and wide silhouette, it reminded me somewhat of a seagull. Hey, look! It's turning! It's so pretty. The glider is continuing to turn leisurely above our heads. It's flying ever so slowly. Of course! It doesn't have any thrust. As it proceeded to slowly across the blue sky, it seemed to be floating rather than flying. To fly in the wind like that. It looks like it would feel nice. Yeah. It's coming down. The turning glider looked as if it had given up on rising, and came towards the top of our hill. I mean, it's not like it was coming down to land. It was just reducing its altitude. Why don't we try waving? They might notice us. Yeah. She earnestly stretched out her hand and waved towards the white aircraft floating in the sky. Hey! Whack! Wow, they've put so much effort into like those little transition scenes. Excuse me. I don't know if the pilot noticed us or not. However, the wings reflected a gleaming light, and it really did look as if it was answering us, calling out to it. Then, the glider turned its back to us and flew away, back to the other side of the lake where it had come from. It's gone, she mumbled sadly as she lowered her hand. Extend the little wings which fly in this high sky. I fixed the flat tire and went with her into the town. This is the residential area on the opposite bank of the lake to Windmill Hill, where we were just now. This place is nice. I'll take you back to your home. No, it's okay. It seemed like she was going to say but before she stopped speaking. For a girl with a walking disability, just because she was showing a little kindness, she can't bring some guy she hardly knows back to her house. Thank you. Because of you, I was saved. Don't mention it. If your tire ever goes flat again, call me anytime. I only said it as a joke, but she blushed and looked down nervously. Quack!
Thank you.
If you're thanking me, you already did that just now.
It was quite fun, like spending time with a friend.
Yeah, me too. And I saw something unusual too. The glider that we had just seen was now flying in the air above the hill where we were just now.
So did I! That's the first time I'd seen a real one. I now have some wonderful memories.
She murmured quietly and giggled. Coupled with her cute and dainty appearance was her lovely smile.
Well then, I'd better get going.
Okay, take care.
Sure.
The wheel squeaked as she pushed the wheelchair along with her hands, down an empty street. Behind her, the duck wearing a hat waddled along with her. Hey! She stopped her hands and turned to face me. See you again. She looked troubled and embarrassed, then left without saying anything. She sure was cute. Where's she from? Her appearance was quite graceful, as if she were the daughter of a rich family. A little lady with a duck. It was an odd combination, but they seemed strangely familiar with each other. Okay, I'd better go. Now I'm going to the dormitory called Flying Fish Manor. Due to certain circumstances, that place will be my new home. While walking along the gentle sloping street, I look up at the clouds moving above. Floating so freely like that, they reminded me of the glider. That distinctive silhouette had left a mysterious impression on me. Honestly, I think it's fair to say that most people dream of living in a place like this, at least once in their life, you know? A nice, quiet, small town alongside a beautiful little river bank, very beautiful and tranquil. I think everybody's, at least at one point in their lives, had that as their ultimate end life goal, I finally found it. This place, is this it? I'm guessing that says Flying Fish Manor. Yes, it does. There's such a big difference between its appearance and its name. It's like giving a tough-looking Japanese Tosa a name like Lily. At least call it Maison du Flying Fish or something. Whew. That's why even though I looked everywhere, I still couldn't find it. Because I thought it's not this place. I completely ruled it out and then walked around and around this area. Even now, I still can't believe it. So I'll check the sign one more time. Flying Fish Manor. There's no doubt about it. Even so, I'm still not entirely convinced. I mean, I know a lot about this place. Oh. Okay. It's an old European-style building on the shore of the lake. And because its appearance is a little spooky, when we were kids, we called this place the Witch's Mansion. As a test of courage, we would often sneak into the yard. It looks beautiful. I'd love to live in a place like this. We just thought it was a rich person's residence, but it's a dormitory. The Keifu Private Academy student dormitory. I can't just stand here in shock. Whew. Okay. I took a deep breath and stood up straight. May I come in?
Oh, a visitor.
Yeah! Whoa! Suddenly a girl in her underwear appeared before me, and the expression that I had tried so hard to straighten out crumbled instantly.
May I ask your name?
Why? She's the one who should be worried about having been seen, but why am I the one feeling under such pressure?
We don't accept door-to-door sales.
What's up, Kana-chan? God, there's so many voices. Oh, what do I do?
Looks like we have a visitor.
A visitor, huh?
What? A guy?
From inside, the other girl, this one was wearing clothes, showed her face, but when she saw me, she let out a hysteric scream. At the same time, the glasses she was wearing looked like they were about to slip off.
Kana-chan, your clothes! Your clothes!
What is it? Another girl appeared.
Oh, Yuka! This unknown boy saw Kana-chan's naked body.
What? What did you say?
Huh? What? Huh?
No, that's not it! Just like a god of salvation, my cell phone rang. The word mom was shown on the display. Excuse me a minute. Classic. Absolutely classic. I quickly pressed the button to answer the call while swiftly escaping outside. Mom!
I thought you'd be at Flying Fish Manor and that things would have calmed down by now. What's it like?
Well, the place is full of girls. And I saw one in her underwear.
Of course it is. That place.
Yeah. I checked the sign over and over, but then I noticed some small writing in the corner. Girls' dormitory. This is a girls' dormitory?
Oh, didn't I tell you?
Did you do this on purpose? What is this? What kind of mother are you? From now on, I'm gonna be this place's dorm mother, aren't I?
It's fine. The owner and the boarding students have all accepted it.
Just now, they were screaming at the top of their lungs.
Oh? Did you go into the changing room by mistake?
That damn mother of mine. She's enjoying the situation. Creak. The front door opened slightly, and the girls from just now were peeking through. What's happening, Sana-chan?
He's still here.
When I called out to them like a surprised turtle, they pulled their faces back inside and shut the door. What should I do about this? I guess we're camping outside tonight. Well, this is the situation.
Oh, so you're the new dorm mother.
While I was explaining the situation, the boarding students, apart from the girl in the underwear, who was putting on some clothes, surrounded me but kept their distance and watched me. And this is no good, is it? A boy being the dorm mother of a girl's dormitory.
That's alright, isn't it?
From behind the underwear girl, she was wearing clothes now, but they were pretty gaudy, were some girls who looked like they were hiding, but they were nodding in green.
If nobody comes here, that'll be a bigger problem.
Yes, that's right. But I just thought it would be someone older.
Yeah.
Incidentally, there's now one more person than before. She was kind of timid and looked to be about the same age, or maybe a year younger than me.
Stare.
What is it?
Did you say your name was Aoi? How old are you?
I'm still a student. From tomorrow I'll be going to Keifu Academy. I'm in the 2nd grade. I'm guessing that's 2nd year.
You're in the grade below.
Hee hee, she said. What do you mean hee hee? The person who came to speak to all of you is my mother, and, well, she kinda half-tricked me to accepting the job as a dorm mother. My mom has a job connected to real estate, and her company manages his property.
Well then, what should we do, Yuka? Should we change?
If that's the situation... The person who seemed the oldest said so, and the other people reluctantly nodded in agreement. This is just until the owner caretaker comes back or we find someone else. I apologize for the inconvenience, but for the time being, let's all try to get along. Once the conversation was over, naturally, everyone left and went back to their rooms.
Hey, I'm sorry. Everyone can be so childish and they got carried away in front of a young guy like you. I'm Kaneko Shigure. If you need anything, please ask me. The caretaker's room is at the end of the corridor on the 1st floor.
Thank you very much. Was that all the boarding students? There's the underwear girl and Kaneko, who's with me now. Yuka, the tall girl with the long hair, and Sana, the girl with the glasses. The timid one who came from the back is Ryoko. That's 4 people altogether.
Ah, well, there is one more person, but she's what you might call the reclusive type. I wonder if she'll come out of her room at some point.
Oh. In other words, there are 5 boarders in total. This building's pretty big, but there are only 5 people living here. Come to think of it, my mom did say there are quite a few empty rooms. It's old and a little far from the school, so maybe it's not that popular.
Whew, I've worked up a sweat, so I'm gonna go take another bath.
Anyway, the conversation ended well, so I'll call my mother to let her know. So, in the end, we somehow worked things out.
Really? That's good. I'll tell you this now, though. Keep your hands off the girls.
What are you talking about?
Well, as long as it doesn't cause any problems, it's okay. Oh, and also, I told you before, but one of them has a walking disability.
Flap, flap, flap. Suddenly, the sound of flapping wings came from down the hallway. Then, a shrill voice sounded out.
Wait, Hat!
Quack, quack! Huh? Something big and white came flying down the hallway, and from behind at breakneck speed. Was the girl in the wheelchair.
Wait, you stupid duck! Give me my panties back!
Quack, quack, quack! The big white thing, which somehow seemed like a duck, was flapping its wing and flew behind me. The girl in the wheelchair avoided all the obstacles in her path, in other words, me, and chased down the duck like a drift racer. One moment. Let's see. I was so overwhelmed by the speed that I couldn't say anything.
I've got you, Hat!
Quack, quack! The girl in the wheelchair caught the duck at my feet and snatched away a small, white cloth, possibly panties, from his beak.
Jeez, you're always playing tricks. If you do it again, I'll turn you into Peking Duck.
Quack. The girl put the duck on her knee and lectured him. I remembered seeing that before. However, it's somehow a lot different to the image he had the other day. In the daytime, she seemed more dainty and delicate. However, her appearance was the same. It's not often you see such a pretty girl. Looks like your tire's in good condition. She finally realized that there was a guy standing there.
Ah! Hello? Aoi, are you listening?
Yeah, what is it?
I was saying there's a disabled girl, so take good care of her.
Sure, I got it. Okay, talk to you soon, Mom. I replied as I ended the call.
Why are you...
She got as far as saying that, but then realized that she has the small cloth in her hand, and tried to hide it by stuffing it under her backside.
Why are you here? He's the new door mother, Kotori-chan.
Kaneko, who's supposed to be having a bath, poked her head out.
Really? What do you mean? I hadn't heard about that. Even if I tried to tell you, Kotori-chan, you hardly ever come out of your room. You mean the new door mother's a boy?
Hey look! Is what it felt like when she was saying as she relentlessly pointed at me.
We already had this conversation a long time.
Oh, this is her. Oh, wait, who is this?
We already had this conversation a long time ago.
The girl known as Kotori glanced at Kaneko like she was interfering. I'm the new door mother, Aoi Minase.
I'm Kotori Habane.
Kotori seemed to meet my introduction with reluctance.
Quack. This is Hat, but you know that already. Quack.
Hat turned to face me and flapped his wings. He's a clever duck.
Are you really the new door mother?
Yes, that's right. So are you against it? And she says she doesn't like it, the fact that the mother of a girl's dorm is a guy, or the fact that we're about the same age. There's nothing I can do about it. Kotori closes her eyes and quickly takes a deep breath as if trying to focus her mind. Kotori?
Forget about what happened during the day.
During the day? Which part?
As much as possible. That's right. If I had to say...
She stopped talking and stared at Kaneko, who was standing behind listening. Kaneko looked as if she was saying, okay, okay, as she disappeared down the hallway.
That I made a careless mistake and that I started crying.
Oh. That incident was quite startling and I remember it well. To see a girl's tears from so close like that is something I don't experience very often. I don't know what she thinks about it, but those tears were very beautiful.
Have you forgotten it?
No, not yet.
Forget about it, right now!
Don't be so silly. When you say it like that, it just makes it even more strongly engraved in my memory.
Huh. Look, you're new here, so you don't know. Even like this,
Kotori straightened her back, composed her expression and smiled. And swish! With a natural gesture, she lifted her hair up.
Don't you feel my cool allure?
What's allure?
Allure! I just said it a bit wrong, that's all.
Oh, I've heard that word before.
I'll say it again. Let me do it again.
She said that and then straightened her back and made a composed smile again. Okay, that's enough. I get it, alright?
Jeez, you're such a jerk. Nitpicker. Lowlife.
Kotori used just about every insult there is, then turned her wheelchair around. Then she hurriedly raced back down the hallway and back into her room.
Quack.
Along the way, Hat, who had been thrown off, chased after her and entered the room through a small door. Maybe a special door built for ducks, built into the bottom of the main door. I looked on in disbelief. I don't need to say this, but the dainty and delicate image that she'd had in the daytime had completely crumbled away. A delicate bud was beginning to sprout, and we shared a fleeting love. But... cool allure, right? When I remember lifting her hair and being so full of confidence, I feel like I could burst out laughing. She's so funny. From the beginning, everything's been so messed up. From tomorrow, it looks like things will start getting interesting. I really felt that prediction would come true. extend the little wings which fly in the sky highly. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save it right there. Boom. First save of the series. Let's go, baby. And we're gonna go back to the title screen. Okay. Alright, so first impressions. Well, obviously, the quality is high, which is to be expected pretty fairly from a game like this. It's one of those games where, you can pretty much tell right off the bat that it's going to be worth your money. But I will say that I was very impressed with all the animated transition scenes that they had. That's something you don't very often see in visual novels, just at all. In fact, I don't think I've really ever seen that before to this degree. The closest thing I could say would be Katoa Shoujo, which they had the little the fully animated scenes for each girl, which is pretty cool. But yeah, concept-wise, it's interesting. Clearly there's gonna be some more that we're gonna learn about not only our own character, but likely specifically Kotori. And then obviously just looking forward to seeing the relationships with the other characters develop as well. So I did, like I said, I did not go into this game really know anything about it. All I knew is that he got into some kind of biking accident, which left him here. So that's literally all I know. But considering the name of the game, some hints that I saw when I was checking out reviews, and the little glider scene, I think that this is going to end up being a deal. And also, let me point out, there's a lot of little airplane motifs that we've seen. But I think that, I guess the ultimate thing is going to be us flying the gliders. Because, we've kind of been grounded from the bike, it seems like. We're not really able to ride the bike to the same degree anymore. And then, obviously, Kotori's in a wheelchair. So it seems like both of us are going to be yearning for that freedom of flight. But yeah, that's going to be it for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video and tell me in the comment section below what you'd like to see me play next. If you enjoyed this video or any other videos or series on my channel, then I highly recommend that you hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified when a new one of those videos comes out. Anyways, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next one.